Yeah, I know I'm late with this one, but boy, oh boy, I've got a lot to say on this topic. Now, Dave Chappelle's a comedy legend. He understands the game, his ability to understand a crowd is impeccable, and he understands how to defend his integrity, something you rarely see nowadays, especially in Hollywood. Thinking about it, there's only really a handful of individuals in that line of work, comedy, who kept it. Patrice O'Neal, George Carlin, Richard Pryor, I mean, they're my top 3 of all time because of this, but Dave Chappelle really is the only one going strong, seeing as the other 3 went to a better place. May they rest in peace. And Bill Burr's like next on the list. But now, introductions aside, the critics had a field day with this one, lambasting the Netflix special with a 27% rating? It used to be 33, but now it's 27. They said it registers as a temper tantrum, the product of a man who wants it all, money, fame, influence, without having much to answer to anyone? Okay, Hannah, whatever boats your float, I guess. Sticks and Stones exists as a defiant design to intentionally offend large swaths of the audience Chappelle deems too thin-skinned and easily outraged, while serving up simple low-bar yucks to anyone yearning for validation of their anti-PC stance. Wow, clearly someone got triggered. Melanie, do you not understand the context of Sticks and Stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me? But never mind. She's a top critic, And, oh god, this one. Like dropping in on a rascally uncle who doesn't know or doesn't care how much he's disappointing you. What? Bitch. You're like the weird neighbour with 45 flipping cats in your house that nobody wants to be around because your house smells of cat shit and disappointment. This is not criticism. This is just your opinion or just insults. Because if your opinion was valid at all, then why would the audience reception be 99% positive, Inkoo? Why is that? What a tosser. Top critics. My ass. I've never seen such a huge disconnect between the media and consumers in regards to comedy, ever. This is further proof that the majority of individuals are not part of this tiny culture of outrage festering in these echo chambers like Twitter, and in this case, Rotten Tomatoes. Remember the 3 top critics I read out earlier? Well, these are the full articles or reviews or whatever you want to call them. I don't even know because it's that bad. Links are in the description if you want to laugh. Like, Chappelle indirectly or directly, who knows, exposed these pseudo-intellectual types for the fear-mongering manipulators that they are. It's amazing. He didn't hold back at all because he might upset someone or trigger someone. Like, he went for everyone in that special. White, black, gay, straight, bi, trans, Chinese, and most comedians would edit themselves to impress the fringe minority or victimhood lovers, but Chappelle, nah. Chappelle understands context and aims at entertaining those who understand it. Because comedy is about saying things with the intention to entertain, not to offend. That's what context is about. And even if someone does get offended, it's on them, not Chappelle. As he said, you clicked on this video, you chose to watch it. And you chose to get offended too, because words don't have the power that it has if you give it that power. But the meaning behind the word, the meaning means little in comparison to what the context means. What you interpret from how you feel about a word is completely subjective, and it is none of my concern. That's between you and your God or whatever the hell you believe in. Like, I'll give you some advice because I'm not a heartless bastard if this affects you. Stop letting bloody words and other arbitrary things have power over you. Okay? Are you a slave? Then stop being a victim. If you are being oppressed, break free from the oppression. And if funny sex jokes, harsh stories, and the evil Negro word offends you or something, regardless of its context, I have the perfect solution for you, my fragile friend. Get a grip on yourself. There are more dangerous things that you should be troubled by in this world, such as the mainstream media, tech giants, and other authoritarian groups trying to control your entertainment, your sources of information, and what you can and cannot say. The last thing you should be worried about is some funny man on the TV making a joke you don't like. Like, honestly, look at this. they immediately assume that anyone who must enjoy this must be on the far right. Now, I'm a dark-skinned bloke from Britain who lives in London. Tell me, do you really think I'm far right? And no, this isn't to the rational thinkers out there. This is to the Hannahs or the Melanies or the Inkoo Kangs, the people who think through this identitarian lens. This is a dismissive straw man. It's so disingenuous. And these are the people that are the top critics on Rotten Tomatoes. These are the people that we're meant to go to find out whether or not we should support a film or support a series or, in this case, a comedy show. This is who we look up to. People who just label anyone who doesn't like what they like as far-right extremists and racist. God! The audacity of these people telling me what I should watch based on how they feel. Like, fuck you, first of all. I don't recognise your authority to dictate what is and isn't funny based on your opinion. Critics should be basing this stuff off of more objective things, such as the actual quality, how much the comedian engages with the audience, how well crafted the jokes are, things that are good, not whether they make you feel good or not, because everyone is unique, everyone's an individual. What you find funny is not necessarily going to be what I found funny. Sticks and Stones in my eyes is a solid 9 out of 10. But I'm not basing that on objectivity. No, I'm not gonna claim to be factual, because I'm not an arrogant, pompous twat who takes the mantle of top critic on Rotten Tomatoes. But these critics, if I can even call them that, they claim their opinions to be gospel. And I have one thing to say to that. Fuck that shit. As long as I continue to make content, I will point this shit out. This arrogance, this misinformation, all of this crap. I won't stand for this disingenuous nonsense. And neither should you. I'll see you in the next one, lads and ladettes. Cheers.